We are here, locked in. I want to welcome everybody while we letting people come in, whatever the case may be. And then it's also, well, let's go say, what we could be looking at in case it could be people asking questions or something like that on the tube. But it's all good. What is this? This is the occult guide. The occult guide. The occultist guide. Are you evolving? Are you evolving? The occult guide, are you evolving? In this time and space we in, of course, man, consciousness from a occultist myself, master and student of frequency and energy and vibration. Consciousness is out of season right now. And it really always been out of season, but it's most definitely out of season right now. We had these portals, all this stuff that people tapping into, all of this shit, and people finding themselves being the same exact people, the same exact shit, doing the same exact thing, following the same formulas, and a formula is not going to work for you as good as it'll work for you far as the individual that's actually doing the work. Actually doing the work individually, the work is going to, benefit you way better than what you've been seeing happen or what's been happening and what can only happen in any collective. Like I stated on the last lecture, you are doing something that's natural to this matrix that you are in, that's allowing yourself to be a part of a food chain, that's feeding yourself to a food source. This is also dealing with the right and the left hand path, all this type of things. You get what I'm saying? And we'll speak on more to that. This my brother up here with me, DJ CSTL. So a lot of events that we have, you could come over too, but a lot of events that we have scheduled up for cool, what the collective will call conscious events, but we have is not a conscious event. It's just events. So the events is like two parts events. So where you can buy your tickets, purchase your tickets for any event that we have in the future that's we'll share and whatever you see that we'll promote. The tickets, purchasing the tickets, either purchase the tickets for the lecture or the party or purchase tickets for both. You know what I mean? Is one ticket would be for the lecture and the party all included, stuff like that. So that's how the events carry on. That's how the events play out, stuff like that. And yeah, so the consultations, right? However, you got to get in contact with me. If you have my number, you can't get in contact, it's probably over for you. But you get up in contact with me. That's why the comments is open on the video, because no matter what of how you have people that able to reach out to you, they some people only see stuff on YouTube. So you can reach out to me, Financial Fanatic Consortium. We have a business team that also deals with business, spirituality, what we know as spirituality. You could contact me for consultations and also signing up for the workshops. The donations, you can go to donate Cash App, Financial Fanatic. So make sure that you tap in, line up for your consultations, spiritual products and tools, even your psyche workshops. This is what my best advice before I can even give reference to books, breakthroughs, or whatever the case may be. This is where we supposed to be at though, as a collective, dealing with knowledge and wisdom, that we supposed to be at the point in a time and space where we saying something new and not regurgitating the same shit. You get what I'm saying? When a lot of times, like even in lectures or when I'm, streaming on somebody else's stuff, tapping in, I hear the same thing. Like it's uh as if everything is out here, all the information is out, and it's nothing new. All surface level talk, but nobody utilizing the information. So all of this is new. I mean, ain't nothing new. All the information they heard before, all the information people heard before, but nobody is showing that they utilize the information. Nobody showing that they did the work. Nobody doing the work. Nobody doing the work. It's just a bunch of people
A lot of people getting the footage and not putting the work in, getting
not
in the
putting the
game.
work in. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And I was picking up on that some years back dealing with the workshops. Like the energy of the workshops was changing to where it was everybody who had money and could afford it. They was just coming signing up and being a part of the workshops. It's the same as Jordans, cars, new cars that's coming out, the new iPhones. It was like people was just getting the shit just because they could afford it. This is what you also bear witness to even on these studies, the teachings, to see that people is not studying. You know what I mean? People are not doing no individual work. Then you have this class of people that will want to rearrange and change everything spiritual, like change all of this. You know everything, so you're going to reinvent everything. This is not what this is about. This is for you to know what the hell is up, what's going on, and being able to be aware. So every time you see me on this damn thing, I'll be tapping into the spirit to create the vortex to be able to walk through this information path or to walk through this gateway or these portals. It will be showing what is happening rather than this European centric view type of energy. You have the same thing that's going on because nobody is reconstructing and really doing the work. It sounds like regurgitative shit and it's the same thing, but it's serious. It's real. A lot of people just want to fuck, do all this shit. A lot of these teachers just want to do the same thing. All these so-called spiritual teachers, all these readers, everybody giving you a formula. What I do, the difference in me and my work is that each detail, each individual will have a signature. I deal with you individually, so everything is tailored, signature for each individual, so they can go on to the next level. This is why a lot of my classes, I never have the same people coming back to the classes. It'll be people also buying tickets that took the class before just to show love. I have stuff like that happening. You get what I'm saying? I never have nobody coming back during the class because this shit is real. You know what I mean? This is real, doing the actual work, the individual work. So all these portals, all these new moon phases, all these retrogrades, where are the people? Where are you at when you walking on the other side? All you doing is creating these holograms that's you think that's you crossing on to the other side. This is what's happening all the way down to celebrities. You got celebrities walking down and they beaming energy that they want this individual to keep projecting, while as well that individual ego is projecting the same energy that's unbalanced, that's projecting it out. So like a Kanye West, for in layman's terms, like a Kanye West, a Lil Wayne. This is why conscious is out of season because niggas is worrying about so-called celebrities at this point in time. You get what I'm saying? But let's go back to Kanye and Lil Wayne. Things like this. These people are zombies that that have a beam of this information. They brains are fried too. It's the same beam of information that's keep beaming on these individuals. You thinking Kanye West is Kanye West, all this, they having these beams of information beaming on these people, these zombies, because they oblivious and never took the mirror from in front of themselves. So all they doing is seeing themselves. This is what every individual is doing on this low plane. And until you break out of this, break out of this matrix, you are going to be dealing with everything that you talk and add on to yourself is going to be creating. It's going to fall back down and creating your world. That's what the hell you doing. So it's like every word is blocks, and then they coming down, building your world around you like Legos. Coming down, you talking all this shit you think you know, all the shit you don't know, want to know, whatever the hell the case may be, unbalanced shit, and coming down, creating these worlds around you, which is an illusion, which is also following into it overrode the astral realm to where the astral realm fell into this reality that you living in this time and space, into this matrix. This is what's happening right now. This is what always been happening when the student never rose to master and took over the master teacher. This is the movie, the script that's happening. This is the program that's happening. So you have celebrities. I'm just naming a few where they beaming, right? It's the CIA, the FBI, all in cahoots that are beaming frequency, energy, vibrations down on these individuals. And now you see them as Kanye West, Lil Wayne, whoever the hell the case may be, that you think is doing something. Then you got these spiritual teachers. Years ago, I spoke on the spiritual teachers that's going to fall. You don't see no more of these motherfuckers utilizing this information. The same thing that I done had uh, niggas do to me. Utilizing this information for individual gain and not individual spiritual gain. So now you got motherfuckers utilizing this information, look up and having multiple women, using this information to get men they want, far as the women, or whatever the case may be. The men doing the same thing, utilizing this information to keep a woman down, get women. You know what I mean? Manipulate, keep being womanizers, motherfuckers that ain't shit. You never dealing with your problems. You never dealing with your traumas. This is why you have women in this time handling situations as men as well. Handling situations as men. That's not feminine. That's not the feminine spiritual aspect. That's not the feminine principle on the spiritual side either. It don't. The feminine principle coincides with man and woman. It ain't just the 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 gender. They don't have shit to do with that. Okay, making sure we ain't got. Okay, so yeah, making sure that you doing this work yourself. You get what I'm saying? Making sure that you really doing this work. This is what's needed. This is why the psyche classes, the psyche consultations will hurry up and also get you that. This is also what people would do. Like, well, say they fuck with you, all this stuff, and then they'll add their 2 cents in without even reading your damn manual. You get what I'm saying? So you want to add 2 cents in on whatever you see as flaws. This is natural too, the judgment shit. That's what it is. It ain't no assistant helping and you loving them. You judging. That's what it is.
So systematically, they already got some shit lined up where it's blocking them from getting your message somewhere
Yes.
because they gotta shorten that 1st
Mm-hmm.
to really get the full message because it's already a system within their system. They trying to
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
bruise,
yeah. That's
collapse.
real. And this is why you also have the true spirituality will always push people out. Like this is what you want to be on. If you haven't evolved through all these portals, retrogrades, moon phases, all this shit, to get straight to this shit is sacrifice your ego, sacrifice who you think you fucking are. That don't mean kill yourself. That's the easiest thing to fucking do. That's not what you doing. You learning this shit. You knowing this shit. To really have an alchemical process. The alchemical process is not taking yourself off in yourself, manipulating nobody. That's some other energy that you don't know that's doing the work for you still. If you don't know that shit. That's why that's why that that's why that that's why shit you keep seeing the same results. This is why you will have the most successful people being in a line of getting attacked that's supposed to be spiritual. They all because the spirit pushed these people out. That's where I was at. So you don't have to be mad and go after nobody. You don't have to send the same type of energy back to what overrides all this shit is love. The actual ritual that you should be doing is love. That's why a lot of these tarot readers, all these teachers not giving you the right shit. They couldn't because they're not right. And then majority of the people as a collective, all you did was take this brain from school and your religion, and you realize that the shit was bullshit. And then you jumped into this some shit, right? Because you realized some shit was bullshit. You know what I mean? Now you moved over to being a Hebrew, Allah, Muslim, more, whatever the fuck the case may be, an atheist, whatever the case may be. When you doing these things, the spirit naturally pushes what's not supposed to be around you out. So this is like the bacteria that's not serving you in so many words. That's why your body is bacteria. So just like as above, so below, this is what's happening. This is what it will always be. So you can't have the same mentality, the same program. So you took this school program, you took this religious program, and you came over here, probably even to my shit. Then you trying to tell me some shit. You going into some other shit. You trying to rearrange the wheel, and you never reprogrammed yourself. So you carrying the same program into everything that you doing and expecting the same results and not even realizing you doing this shit. And then if you be humble, a humble motherfucker, you will bow down. You won't even realize that you putting yourself into this shit. You putting yourself into this food source, this food chain that's happening. And humbleness consists of everything that you feel. That humbleness coincides with this energy, being nice, being cool. Just one. That's not what this about. Just like you want to be the observer on this physical. Then when you get, if you really been an observer on this physical, when you get to the spiritual aspect or the high frequency aspect to see that everything is spiritual, then you don't have to be the observer.
Mm.
This is where we fall at because you got this physical aspect of yourself, you observe it. And it's a very few people that live like that and observe. It's a very few that do that. That really observe and then get to where they supposed to be. And then even when they get to where they supposed to be, let's say they have a spiritual aspect that they want to attain or something that just woke them up, whatever the fuck, a recollection, a recognition, yeah, a recollection or some shit like this, a epiphany, all this. What usually happen and why these people get stuck and always go back to the first things because they never destroyed that program. Not destroyed it. They never took this program out, set it aside, and then did a reprogramming. The new ritual that's at play right now for us as a whole is the ritual against the shadow self. So the shadow self will be metaphysically like you're taking the program and you destroying the program. Now you onto yourself. That's not the real spiritual aspect either. Do you get what I'm saying? That's not the Maya aspect either. That's not the yin yang energy either. That's still the yin. And you done threw away the shadow side. So you would never fix the problem. This is what the fuck you dealing with now. So this realm as a majority and as a whole will be hell but it's an opportunity to. It's always an opportunity.
Let me ask you something though, real fast.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of people out the years I know when you come and listen to you though, take your stuff, run back, ingurgitate that stuff. Then okay, they forgot about that. Then they go in the hole or they live their life, whatever they do. They come back after a while and act like you didn't exist. It ask you some more questions. They really ask you the same question they did before though,
Mm-hmm.
and then they take your new stuff or what they think is new.
Mm-hmm.
You just got a lot of information, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like a lot of chaotic stuff though. And there's a lot of say, I'm in and
Mm-hmm.
out, in and out, in and out,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
all these people that in religions they come to you and
Mm-hmm.
they in and out, they in and out,
Mm-hmm.
and they all everybody got this one particular doubt. What's the doubt about? What is this going on though? It's
Mm-hmm.
like everybody everywhere. You know
Mm-hmm.
why is it
Mm-hmm.
so like a tornado with everybody?
In a competition with people and shit like that at stages and spurts. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what's
I'm the
natural.
first to do this and I'm first
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's like
Or he ain't doing it right. Or they ain't doing it right.
yeah, let me
You
put
get what my little
my sauce to the
you feel
to
me?
spaghetti.
Right, you feel me? And that's the natural thing. That's nature of this matrix. That's the natural thing to do. The shit that they aligning themselves up with and will want to be and want to get, the reason why that shit never happens is because they also are trying to re-event the will. And also, it always leads back to an uncontrolled ego. You get what I'm saying? So this is why you will have people taking your bits and pieces, thinking they know something and able to come back. That's why a true master teacher don't have it. Humbleness should never even be in the vocabulary or around. It should be able to. You should be able to recite the definition of some shit. You get what I'm saying? But you don't have to be humble. But that's natural for sport, the sport. You get what I'm saying? That's natural for the experience, the feeling, the art. That's the art of it.
So when Mike Tyson knocked somebody out and he picked them back up, is that not being humble or humble?
That's being humble.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? That's a form. No, that's not being humble. So when Mike Tyson knocked somebody out and picked them back up, that's a high frequency form of love. Humbleness is
I'm a confused like Christians and
humbleness is you
spirituality.
allowing this motherfucker Mike Tyson allowing the motherfucker to get their shit off. Do you get what I'm saying? So imagine Mike Tyson, Iron Mike, at that age, and he allowed people to get his shit off. He won't be Iron Mike. You get what I'm saying? Because it would be like a Sugar Ray Leonard shit. You get what I'm saying? They fought to the end. It was 50-50 until this. You get what I'm saying? Some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? But like this is why you have so people never taken this program or this European centric view. So your job ain't shit. Your school ain't shit. They taught you the wrong shit. The religion taught you the wrong shit. But instead of you reprogramming that shit, right? A reprogram is what the elders told you to do. You see God in all this. Input yourself in that. You see all these names. Put your name in that shit. Niggas never did that shit. You get what I'm saying?
What's going on? What's up with the like when people? It's a lot of things going on with people like they want to hop into their own world and be like whatever entrepreneur or do their own little business or
Mm-hmm.
whatever though, and they drawing themselves back into the job atmosphere and stuff. They keep on getting in trouble or fired or the money ain't right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But they feel like they want to get away from this shit, and once they a sign a summer come about and they have a couple of days off and then they be like damn. I'm almost there, but then hop back into on the other side. Like
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
back and forth.
yeah.
Why it's the back and forth and back and forth.
Having mastered self. So that's a form of mastering patience. You know what I mean? You are so like your human self, that shit is hard. Spiritually, that's what I'm talking about. That it's natural for that shit to be hard. But when you give in, when you create out of that shit, out of a catalytic system, your shit gonna fall. So you never reprogrammed yourself. Now they got people
Never.
taking, oh, now they got people coming from shit, right? Or coming from rich families and realizing that money ain't everything, but you throwing away that stage that got you there. That's the ritual. Now,
Huh.
your shadow self, it's an attack on the shadow self. You get what I'm saying? It's an attack on your shadow self. So now the ritual that, so it's aspects of this. It's layers to this shit that I'm saying. So while they are doing these things, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. This is what you would see. This is what you should be able to expect. What you should be able to expect is to everything you ask for. Because your spiritual shit is the shit that they taught all you motherfuckers that failed or got your high school diplomas. Y'all never reprogrammed yourself. And y'all already right there at the gate, at the release shop, at the store to buy the new program, and you giving them your old program, and they throwing this shit into the cutter up. You hear me? They telling you they throwing this shit into the shredder, but it's a fake shredder that's going into their computer. Which what science they'll call this shit junk DNA and tell you that it's nothing. It ain't shit. So this is what you doing. You throwing away your shit because now you ain't a hoe. Now you don't take dicks in the mouth. Now all this shit. And then the other side is the people that's comfortable with this shit.
So they adding on bits of pizza.
No,
Shit
you
to
doing
bullshit
it.
though?
You doing it.
Oh, so it's like
So you doing it. So while you doing this shit, I'm able to be the conductor because I'm listening. I need this. I need that. So while you thinking you doing something, you telling me what to set up, give you your medicine. You allowing me to create a medicine for your shit. I don't have no story. I don't know shit. Do you get what I'm saying?
So
So I've got to wait for you to tell me. I got to wait. I got to give you everything you asked for my job to be something, for me to exist. I have to listen to you. You get what I'm saying?
mm,
The conscious community and now the world is conscious. So this shows you that you don't have to be this and that to understand spirituality. You get what I'm saying? Because you got Christians understanding um money, wealth, prosperity, abundance.
right time.
You got all these same people on the same shit and they ain't even waking up. How do you got the Christian, the Muslim, the Buddha, the Jew, all these motherfuckers on abundance right now? And you thinking that you got all this information that is just because you smart and you found some shit and you learned some
So that's
shit.
the word we using now.
That's what the is.
That's what time. That's what new app we on.
Yeah, that's the program. That's the new shit.
Okay. Everybody waiting for the new shit, huh?
So you never reprogramming yourself. You throwing away the shadow shit. So what's going to happen once you do that? It's going to be the same shit happening. This is what will always happen. The problem with us as a collective is that we will always fall into that same shit. So you will have people or teachers, master teachers, these spiritual gurus telling you that this is all it is to be. It's just a bunch of conspiracy theories and all this shit. You want to see the good and the bad right here to get to the perfect. So how is somebody going to throw away the shadow or hot water or cold water? That's exactly what's happening. Somebody telling you which water to throw away. You get what I'm saying? But water is water. You need the hot and cold water. But you choosing and you telling what you want. You comfortable with this shit.
So a lot of stuff might sound good to a person that don't really know something, they don't study, and that ain't that lining themselves up with some stuff though. So you just gonna be just going with a lot of stuff and not knowing that you just going in a circle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then just like this book right here. Just like this. You see this? Just like this book right here. And like in 662, and also the next chapter after that page, it say how to be unattached.
Mm, that's crazy. Did you already had it on it or something?
I pulled it open, but
Okay,
this
yeah.
is yeah, and I spoke about this type of energy
Oh,
before.
right along.
This whole universe was created from Akasha. Akasha is like the Akasha records. Science, they'll call this the junk DNA. So in nigga term, this is created out of shit, the nothing. This whole universe was created from Akasha, ether, and it goes back into ether again. All that we see outside as the material world is the manifestation of this subatomic form of energy. The material world is the gross form of energy that we can see. When Krishna says all material manifests enters me, he means it enters the universal consciousness. Everything we see and feel using our senses is part of the universal consciousness. The problem is that we see it only as matter. If we see things as matter, we are in the gross level and we run after them. So if we see shit as matter, we are in the gross level as a cult. We are in a cesspool and we comfortable with being in that cesspool, and we will only do things that's comfortable, and we'll be oblivious to what we're doing. I gotta get out this shit. I'm gonna get a job. You oblivious. You keep you comfortable. You fell for the shit. You fell for the drug, the serotonin and dopamine drug. That's what's happening. You are on a serotonin and dopamine thing. And now all you can do is what you was doing since you was little, because this is how you was trained. You get what I'm saying? Go get a job. You get what I'm saying? Finish school. So everything that you're doing is the comfortability. You don't know no better. That's just like a cat. A cat want to be a human, but he's gonna keep shitting and pissing in this damn cat litter. You get what I'm saying? So if a cat want to be a human, he gotta start acting like a fucking human. Garfield want to eat lasagna and shit, but he still gotta go use the restroom in that cat thing. So this motherfucker just on an ego trip. He feeling himself.
Garfield.
You feel me?
Hell of a name.
Hell of a name. You heard me? The guardians of the field. The guardians of the field. Garfield. Guardian of the field. That's like saying correctional officer. You get what I'm saying? Garfield is like saying correctional officer. So let's see. So the problem is that we see it only as matter. If we see things as matter, we are in a gross level and we run after them. Our minds say these things will make you happy. Go and get them. You hear me? When we get this thought, the rat race starts and our suffering starts. When we understand that whatever we see and feel are only material manifestations of a subatomic energy, we operate in a different plane. I don't know what else to tell you niggas. And you motherfuckers won't sit over here and fuck with a high master. You won't sit over here and fuck with a angel.
Why you so loud? It's the library.
You won't sit on here and really do the work. because you don't see cartoons, Marvel, Steven Spielberg shit, and I'm teaching you, and you're not seeing the effects happening. So this nigga broke. He don't know. I know what to do. I know what to. But you know what to do, but you taking some of my information, and then you want to add it to your shit, not realizing you're judging. So you could never win if you never broke this program. I just gave you motherfuckers the craziest shit. Is that this shit lies everywhere. You damn right I'm supposed to be fucking cursing. You call it a curse and this is reverse protection. Gotta be. Damn, that shit went off, huh? It gotta be. So even in this section on how to be unattached, and then like even this is why you have spiritual teachers regurgitating the same shit. It's okay to say somebody's shit, shed light on the work, and then add your own expound. That's okay. Expounding is not regurgitating. Expounding is not regurgitating. So if we see things as matter, we are in a gross level and we run after them. Our minds say these things will make you happy. Go and get them. We get this thought. When we get this thought, the rat race starts and our suffering starts. When we understand that whatever we see and feel, our suffering starts. When we understand whatever we see and feel are only material manifestations of the sublimable energy, we operate in a different plane. We see the futility of the race we are running. We realize that all material things are a projection, a manifestation of our own inner self. Our desires and thoughts are projected as the materials that we see. In the actual fact, there is no such thing as material, separate and independent. Everything is one. Everything is energy. Everything is one. Everything is energy. So this is why I say the ritual that the main program, so it'll be many different scripts, movies, TV shits out of this ritual. The only thing that they can do is have you at this time and space, they don't have shit, whoever they is. And that day, it's not who you think it is. It's a mixture pot of everything, just like this world that you are living in. It's not just one thing that's on her no more. All black people. It's not that. It's not what somebody taught you. Majority of white people, black. No, it's not that. As above, so below. So the only thing that these people can do is have an attack on your shadow self. So after you conquering your ass through this hell, you would never get out of this motherfucker because you threw away your shadow side. You threw away the dark side, which is another polarity of you. You throwing away these other polarities. And then a lot of us, like, as like my brother said, is only regurgitating the shit. Just like in the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita. It tells you even how to be attached, even before the chapter of being how to be attached. On page 662, you can rewind that shit, listen it back. So you are literally putting yourself in a cesspool and you comfortable with that shit. You comfortable with not being shit, not even realizing that that's what the hell you doing. Everybody want to be the best at this, best at that, all of this shit. And that's not where it's at. That's why even Brother Panic was telling everybody to start doing shit with your left hand so this heart energy could come through. So this balanced heart energy could come through. I'm left-handed. I happen to be left-handed. I'm actually even-handed, but I happen to be left-handed. So I also reap the benefits of this at 5 years old. At five, I started being left-handed. So at five, with me using my right hand, I already conquered this patriarchic world. Not just using my right hand. I'm having a vision of where I was at 5 years old before uh, a so-called dramatic change in my life happened. So basically, I was born right-handed. Then at five, I had to learn left-handed. And ever since, I've been writing left, but also I can still write right though. But this left is operating and opening up the left hand path as well for me. And since I'm able to utilize both sides ambidextrous, I'm able to be balanced and understand. That don't mean I have to be humble. But with me utilizing my left, I understand and I realize this is probably also how I was able to walk through things unbiasedly.
Mhm.
My mind was opening up on my left side. So I was able to be unbiased with all information from a little kid all the way up, not realizing this shit.
Mm.
The society as a whole was creating an image for me to be humble, which is a entity, a low form of vibration created out of the shadow side to overrule. So I could throw away my shadow side. Thank God I didn't. So this is why I can have memories of shit. So instead of me feeling like I'm better than somebody, I always will have a flashback memory of some shit. So a lot of people throw away shadow shit, your shadow side or yourself that you conquered that time and space. So a lot of people can remember the time of when they have what they had, whatever the fuck, or where they want to be at, just like just like in the book. It show you. It speaks on doing this, and I tell you that this shit is natural, and the book didn't say it's natural. This is showing you that how you supposed to add on to information, not just regurgitate the shit. You really supposed to do individual work. So and then without me having no shit, no animation and shit coming around, so now you gotta work harder to you ain't gotta work harder, but that light gotta be that strong enough to show and prove that you are a return master, you are a return teacher slash student here to get the information. You're not just here wanting to be a child like mine again. You want to sit and watch a motherfucker show you all screens. Basically, you not understanding that I'm still will be doing the work for you when you got all this shit around you where you can literally sit at a motherfucker and Google everything they motherfucking saying and then do your work. You motherfuckers not doing that shit though. Y'all immediately want his King Nate shit ain't like this brother shit. He come in with an intro music, have slide shots. That shit ain't gonna get you nowhere because in the majority of the people that watch that shit ain't doing individual work. So you still want to be a kid. You still want to be a child. You still want to see Barney like shit. You still want to see Mighty Mouse type shit. This is what motherfuckers want. This is what people watch. This is why the classes, okay, the Patreon, the classes, I have those presentations. Then people be like, "Oh, why you don't do this on your YouTube?" You know how many motherfuckers, even if I say I have clay, you know how many people would tell me to have the comments up, and they don't comment on my shit. You know how many people tell me all types of shit, then turn around and ain't there no more. So you just judging. You always was judging. So this is a form that don't have nothing to do with me. This is something that's in your life. Just like a nigga or a female can be with a man And a man can whoop your ass and you ain't never got your ass whooped. And you will still think something is wrong with you, but you would never be like, this ain't even a part of my world. So if it's not a part of my world, it's have to be a part of his world or her world. Then when you look in their worlds, you will see the results. You do the research, you will see the results. That damn, these people, this is what they are natural to. This is what they are used to. So this don't have shit to do with you. A lot of people would never override that because they never believed in themselves. Majority of us, as a so-called black and black man, black woman, we only can do things that the masses is doing, and then we tap into it. We don't feel comfortable crossing the street by our fucking self. Crazy shit. So like even when people now you have man, I wish I could find this guy. I wish I could find this guy name. L.A. Morales. L.A. I forgot his name. Sunday Cool is a podcast of these white guys that are Christians, whatever the case may be. So check out them, and it's a guy named L.A. something. This is a guy who is the next agent, the next CIA, FBI agent. He is the modern day David Icke. This is how they have to do their shit as well. They have to bring up another prospect. This is another David Icke, LA something. It ain't Morales, whatever. Sunday Cool is the podcast that you can check this out on recently. This is where I heard of his work before, but nothing ever made me whatever look at it, whatever the case may be. Seen it on Sunday Cool. It's a white guy named LA something. They already paid this motherfucker for 35 films that will be considered as scholastic films or scholastic material. And he's going around like how you had David Icke. So you had people like Khalid Muhammad giving you Rex 84, letting you know about COINTELPRO and all this shit. So you had Khalid Muhammad telling you about these files right here. So you had Khalid Muhammad telling you about these files, which is uh well, David Icke's story coincides with COINTELPRO or the King Alfred plan. You get what I'm saying? So David Icke coincides with this shit. Khalid Muhammad gave you Rex 84, which taught you about the COINTELPRO, which led you to Rex 84 and gave you the files and showed you the FBI public files to prove that all this shit is real. That they conspired and that they was going against the rising Messiah to kill the Messiah. So they was knocking us the fuck off. You get what I'm saying? Presidents was a part of this shit and everything. So around that time you had David Icke. Right now you got a guy named L.A. something Morales or some shit like that. He is the new government agent that's telling you that these mounds that we built in America, so they thinking they on a jump before the information as a whole get back to everything in America. I've been giving that information for over 20 years. That all this shit was here, that we was teaching the Africans and everything because we are their ancestors. Then these motherfuckers uplifted from our shit and they also went against us. Do you get what I'm saying? After rising with the Caucasians. So yes, we uplifting these motherfuckers. We uplifting whatever the Moors, all this shit. But these people conspired of the people of Turtle Island, the Atlantis, the ancient Lemuria, South and North America. They conspired against us. So now the new David Icke is this guy L.A. Morales that I'm trying to tell you about. Forgot his last name, but it's L.A. something. And this motherfucker is now the new shit is that before show you that they listen to me, they listen to our elders. This is why you got AIs. They listen to Bobby Hemmett, Panic, all these motherfuckers. This is why you got AI right now because they are listening. You get what I'm saying? So now the new shit is they own the gun, they jump in the gun to beat the collective that's going to agree with this was everything before it was over there overseas, before it was in Africa, before it was Egypt, before it was in Europe. We taught all these motherfuckers these languages from over here. We knew that shit was going to fall, so we had to prophesize this shit, and still was with the warrior like energy, and still was sending high priestesses and high priests out here to teach in hell. We know these motherfuckers finna try to take over us or do all this crazy shit. We still stuck to the program. You get what I'm saying? Now you got a person named L.A. Morat, whatever the fuck the case may be, and this nigga saying all the mounds all the way to Cahokia was not built by indigenous motherfuckers of this land. So that's some racist shit. So now they can be racist on a high frequency level. You get what I'm saying? Now they can be racist on this woke level.
Mm.
Do you get what I'm saying? And niggas gonna fall for this shit and utilize this shit to aim at true angels, true light beings. You feel me? So they gonna use us to take us out, even on the so-called spiritual aspect. This motherfucker LA, I forgot his name. He saying that all the mounds, all of this shit that's over here was built by the Nephilim, which is the white giants.
Word.
So the white giants, this ain't even here yet. I've been telling listen, I used to do my lectures over 18 years ago, and I was giving people this science that Lemuria is North and South America. Lemuria always been North and South America. Now you got everybody saying this shit. I've been said that the Europeans was black. Why ain't nobody saying they was called Etruscans then if you really did the reading? What happened, all of this shit? This is why everything got to come back to me. I'm the only teacher out here really giving you the occult word, the occult laydown. This is why I will be the only motherfucker raising until you motherfuckers take this shit serious and quit trying to be content creators and famous celebrities. The new David Icke is this motherfucker, L.A. Morale, whatever his name is. Sunday Cool is a podcast where you can find. I'm not giving these motherfucker advertising the shit, but you can find and catch the jump on this shit. So before the majority get to over here and say that everything came over here, they already telling you that the Nephilim built this. So you got the white giant without the Olmec, without the black giant. So as above, so below. So if the Moors had to uplift the Caucasian European, then the giants had to uplift their counterpart. The Olmec counterpart would have to be the Nephilim. These niggas ain't built shit. What they did was actually like animals, dogs, getting taught from their brother or their cousin and holding in a backdoor energy until it was the right time to backdoor their teachers, their relatives. This is what the fuck happened. Because they know that they relatives is not no motherfucking fake God. I'm a jealous God. This what your God is, jealous. They're not that. They was the true people, which is us. So when did these so-called Nephilim or Europeans decide when was the right time to get on our ass? Because we wasn't on no European shit. These white people shit. Oh, if these motherfuckers run shit, then why is it police? If what they teach you is right, then why they got police even in schools? Why do the schools, that's what everybody say, the schools look like jails, all this shit, whatever. That's the same vampiric energy you need to run away from, I mean, but you're going to naturally run to it. If the schools was created, all this motherfucking shit, all this shit bad, all this shit, but whatever shit that you finna go into, it's finna be the same shit because you didn't reprogram your motherfucking self. So you got a motherfucker telling you now, and they thinking in they science mind that they ahead and they right because majority of the niggas is stupid as shit. and hate on each other because that's all what happened. We hated on each other because some of us fell to the human shit, fell to the human lust, fell for the human shit, and we got stuck in that realm. Once you choose to make your bed, you're gonna ain't nobody gonna save you because you chose not to save your fucking self. You chose to go to hell. You chose to just be fucking human. Nobody never said that's all you gotta be. That's all you can be. In the army, reserve. That's what the fuck this shit is. The military is where you can only be all you can be. You want to be more than all you can fucking be. Now they thinking that they gonna jump the gun and tell and give people the scholastic shit because majority of the millionaires, billionaires, psychopaths is out of this same program. Christianity, whatever the case may be, a Judaism program, a Khazar program. So you would never be shit believing into this shit. Did rewind this shit and hear what I said in the Bhagavad Gita before the chapter on how to not be attached on this telling you that your ass be thinking you doing the right thing, not knowing that you putting your ass right back into the goddamn cesspool, and you're comfortable with that. Now they already on the next level to tell you that of your indigenous or aboriginal shit, it's no way you could have did this shit. And it's a Nephilim, an idiot giant. Right now, you got these same type of people that all they can do is be giants, be big as shit. All they can do is be giants, be big as shit, or just be. This is all that can happen. These same people that's supposed to be the oppressors or whatever, you still saying that the white man doing something, you're not gonna, you don't got it. You don't got it. These same people that you saying run shit, all they doing is on skateboards, jumping out of airplanes, making rockets, all this crazy shit. They're not creating shit new, nothing new. They not doing nothing, not creating shit. As a whole, as a majority of what you call so-called black man and black woman is on the same frequency, regurgitating shit. You're on the same frequency, never creating nothing, never destroying nothing, never operating nothing. That's why you will always see these content creators up under the cloak as their spiritual advisors, spiritual gurus, let alone go, my goodness, if they do motherfucking drugs, mushrooms, all this other shit, then you just dealing with motherfuckers ready to go on field trips. That's all y'all doing is going on field trips and coming back with nothing, coming back with souvenirs, but nothing for your own story. All you doing is bringing back something from the illusionary realm that's not existing and bringing it back. So it's just like you keep taking fake shit, bringing it back to you, and it's boosting you up to get more fake shit, more bullshit. You're comfortable in the costume shit.
Why?
This is why you got your kids working out your issues and oblivious of it. This is why you bringing poor babies, bringing some motherfucking gods into this fucking hellhole. Is you can make it your heaven, but you chose to live in a hellhole. If this is a lot, then let them fucking bills go down. Let some shit happen where you ain't happy at your job, or some people would let their ass get fired. You get what I'm saying? Some people would literally let their ass get fired or homeless or eviction letters for they ass to, you don't, are sick to go get help from a doctor. Do you get what I'm saying? You oblivious to this shit. This is what this matrix wants you to fucking do. This is natural, nigga. This is natural for the gazelle with these big ass weapons on their heads to run away from the fucking line. What's not natural is all these motherfuckers. Hey, why you this nigga running to me? Now you got 20 gazelles. Like, come on. You hear me? What that line finna do? Oh shit, okay. You hear me? But a gazelle gonna run away. Oh, we gotta survive. We got. So soon as that happened, genetically in the other gazelle DNA, he's gonna run. His baby's gonna run. His great 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 children who never knew him, they're gonna run. When each animal in their capacity was in their capacity defending themselves. So no animal was a part of the food chain. But it had to have a human disarray. Something happened. An off balance happened that threw everything off balance. So now you got, instead of a lion sitting and eating off the sun like they used to do and tap in and be with us, one with us. You get what I'm saying? Because we needed these animals to protect us and show us in different frequencies and realms. This is why you got all of this in this realm, because it was an off balance. You had the squirrels doing something, the birds doing something, the ants. Everybody had a fucking job. Now everything is in survival mode. So everything is out of whack. This is why you have animals acting like animals in all the capacity. If you got legs and arms, you're an animal. Oblivious to that you have the choice to be a god. But just that you have something that resembles something, your ass trapped because you getting lost in the sauce. Oh shit, I'm just a human. How I know I'm a human? Because I see people that look like me and they saying they humans. So all the humans going to school. I'm supposed to do that. You get what I'm saying? All the humans graduate. Not supposed to do that. But my humans, they cool. They supposed to drop out. I'm supposed to do that. So this is why you have successful people that didn't graduate. You have successful people that did. It's a bunch of bullshit going on. You heard me? On a higher level. This is why you go into the store. You go overseas. But why you go overseas and these people supposed to be smarter than us? But you got chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and strawberry ice cream. That's all you got. But these people took over us. Are these people better than us? You bring your ass to America, you got basilberry, chocoberry, you hear me? Baboozle boozle, you hear me? Chocolate, sweet and salty, caramel all together. You got all these choices. You got all these choices. It's a assault on your intelligence. It's an assault on your intelligence. This is all this shit could ever be. A motherfucker playing with you. You playing with yourself. That feel good. A bitch like playing with herself. They tell you this. A nigga like playing with theyself. Sexually. Better than fucking. They'll feel more comfortable in that shit. I already said you're comfortable putting yourself in a cesspool. Already pulled from the highest form of the so-called literature out of the Vedas. This shit is also out of the Hermetic text. Everything gonna go back to what governs this matrix, which is the 7 laws and the 7 principles. The 7 laws and principles that governs this matrix. And the first principle, like I will always state, is the law of mentalism. And a lot of people that say they motherfuckers hate that shit. This is why you got everybody being Jesus Christ, Allah himself, the spiritual savior himself. None, all that shit is a motherfucker signing you up to be a zombie, to be stuck. especially if you're on a morphogenic grid. So if you're on a morphogenic grid, then you also have the power to only attract to what the fuck that magnet is about. So your ass can be putting your feet in grass all you want. You're gonna get your job again. You're gonna get a better fucking job. You're gonna be a better slave. You're gonna be a better this and that, because this is what the fuck you asking for. You never breaking out of this fucking matrix. This is why you got these all. This is why, nigga, I'm the only motherfucker I talked to Sophia Stewart, the creator of the fucking matrix. And this ain't what y'all take the matrix as, ain't what the fuck. And she's a Christian. So you motherfuckers is getting lost in the sauce. Just like Bobby Hemming shit. You that motherfuckers just like a definition. You comfortable with giving a definition what you think it is and what it exactly is. This is where we at. So consciousness is out of fucking season as you know it. So you motherfuckers is wearing fucking shorts and it's zero below outside. Y'all motherfuckers dressing up like y'all finna go swimming and it's snow everywhere. This is what the conscious community is looking like. And niggas don't want to be, they started a Baphomet. They don't want to be the GOAT. But everybody's saying they the GOATs, but nobody's standing high, sitting high on nothing. Everybody in the midst of the fucking crowds. So you motherfuckers chose to be foolish mules. Foolish mules. You foolish mule. That's what y'all chose to be. Y'all don't want to be the GOAT. Then turn around, or the goat, the Baphomet, all this shit is devilish, all this shit. Whenever you have a psyche thing that's happening, whatever something is happening into your psyche, that is a form of occultism. Whatever is happening to the psyche is a form of occultism. So occultism ain't shit. So the goat ain't shit, but everybody want to be goats, the greatest of all times. Now you got crazy ass bitches that's goddess and God, whatever the fuck you want to be. I ain't saying it's whatever the fuck is whatever you want it to be. Now you got goats and you got goats, but it's bad. Then everybody want to take care of their kids, right? Right?
Right.
You ain't a man if you don't take care of your kids, right?
Supposedly.
You ain't a woman if you don't take care of your kids, right?
According to
What is the name of a baby goat? A kid. So you motherfuckers is already on the Baphomet realm and don't even know it. You already talking this shit and don't even know it. What you not realizing is that that's where it stops.
Preach. Oh shit, man, I fell into the system.
So instead of being a cesspool going into the filter, you just the shit that just keep rolling in the toilet and never get flushed. You that turd that keep rolling in the toilet and making marks on the side of the toilet when you try to shit and flush it. This is what they comfortable with. Being that strong turd that never getting flushed down. That's all you is. Shit. That shit might be the greatest.
He's just saying a lot of shit that sound good. No. You look it up. He give you reference too.
That's why that shit can only be great on Jackass. This is why they feed you Jackass. To make you numb to that shit that you in. You're numb to you in a cesspool. They been did it to us with sports. Covered up under high frequency geometry. Just like baseball is dealing with the phage lambda bacteria. You know this off of the fucking ISIS theses from Judy K. King. She telling you this shit, but you niggas so stupid, y'all know everything. All y'all do is just look at some shit just because y'all say that y'all whatever the fuck this case may be. Just say that y'all did it and heard it and read the shit, but y'all ain't do shit. No work, no highlights in the book, no shit. Motherfucker can't. My shit so worn out, nigga, I can just, like my shit, the energy, if you use, but you can tell if somebody used the book. You get what I'm saying? The shit would start talking to your ass. The shit would be talking to you.
What is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? Okay.
Now look at this. Just a little bit out of create wealth. There's just a little part that create wealth and preserve wealth. Let me see something. Please listen. All we need to do is transform our inner space to the space of completion, the space of eternal bliss. The first thing is to understand this secret, whether we believe it or not. It is the truth, a basic secret. Once we enter spiritual life, once we decide we want to lead a spiritual life, all our worldly things are taken care of by the divine. It responds to whatever we need and it takes care of whatever we have. We may ask funny questions. Swamiji, that's like funny questions. From today onwards, if it stopped working, onwards, if I stop working, will I have everything? If we enter the spiritual mood, if we enter the meditative life, we would never think of dropping our work. Why would we think of dropping our work? We will only drop our worries about work. Then we will work in a much better way to our peak capability. Automatically, we will work out of completion. We will have tremendous confidence. The whole existence protects me. The whole of existence is my friend. I am not an enemy of this whole. I am a friend of this whole. When we understand that we are a friend of the whole of existence, even after death, we would not disappear because we know we will be there in the universe in some form, that there is nothing to worry about. I tell you from experience, it is a practical form experience. From experience, I tell you, we will never perish. We continue to exist in some form, somewhere, even if we become enlightened. We become a pure conscious energy. We will be there everywhere. We will never die when we understand that existence is intelligence. It won't stop. See why people have this shit and don't get this shit then. I can go to the Bible and pull something that coincides with this. Go to the Torah, pull something that coincides with this. But we only get stuck. We only get stuck into what's comfortable. Going to Buddhism. Going to Buddhism and pull the same thing up. Going to the fucking Quran and pull the same thing up. Going to the fall of America and pull the same thing up. Going to the your holy biblios, pull the same thing up. Going to fall of America, pull the same energy up. Pull the same thing up. This is why you got people that think that they can reinvent the wheel, not even understanding that a high frequency master will have to talk in that time and space of understanding. So a motherfucker can be operating off the high frequency, but you still should be able to talk to a damn child. So you motherfuckers really just doing the same shit that you love. Y'all trying out and auditioning for reality shows. That's all you doing. That's all you could ever do is audition for the reality show and be the best on that motherfucker. That's what they want to do. That's what they chose to do. Fucking 40-year-old fucking rappers. Niggas want to be Just like this, people just don't get it. Like motherfuckers would still keep calling me.
They call you in this little ass place.
Motherfuckers will still keep calling me when I don't fuck with you. Or I'm not a person like, and you will take it like I don't fuck with you, but we are not the same. You falsified yourself. You had a false presentation and got up on me. You thought you got close. If you got close, then where are you at? Where are you at?
And that's bars. Reality.
That's why you will always have you people. It's you always have. You can be able to read. You can when you really doing the work. You can just see the shit. You don't have to be a part of nothing, but you should be able to observe and see it. When it gets to spiritual magic and dealing with the psyche, if you really did that observing and seeing it, then when it get to that, you should have the confidence to not observe every thought that you have informed, not the thought, but the so-called, if you fucking at this level, let me rewind. Because people are stupid as shit. So if you are at a level of bringing things in, then on this physical level, right? You are you really observe. You really observe. Then on the spiritual side, which is quantum, whatever fluent understanding that you could think of, metaphysically speaking. If you already did it science wise, then quantum wise, you shouldn't have, is no way you should be doing the same formula. So if you observed on a science, then the observation should be in a form of understanding. So the observed form dealing with the psyche magic. So science wise, you manifest, you can do all of this. This is why people always fail when you at this gateway, because that observation form of you is not gone into a higher form. If anything, right now, what they doing is erasing that, so you will never be able to go back and clean up and go on until you will never be able to travel. You're never able to do magic, the real spiritual magic. So why people fall into the spiritual magic, because they bringing in science into a quantum field. So if you was the observer to understand that you on point in everything, then that's supposed to really carry spiritually into the opposite side, not the science form falling to the science side. So it ain't supposed to be no observer going into a quantum side. Now that became a astrophysical realm instead of magical, instead of quantum. That is no longer quantum with a physical observer looking there. This is why, like, I can even give the observed particle observation video, and people would think they know this shit. But you don't understand when I talk quantum or occult wise, because that same observer is supposed to have the confidence to fall into a higher perspective, so it's not observing no more. If anything, it's an awareness, an intelligence. That's a as understand that it's a part of intelligentsia. You're not supposed to observe the shit. So that's a form, and metaphysically speaking, that's a form of saying that you don't have confidence enough to go and to just do. This is why, even with me, that's why you will have somebody spiritual is not understood on a person that graduated, got all these fucking degrees, that's doing all of this shit. And there's always something. You feel like you ain't living. A lot of these people are not reproducing either. A lot of these people off this frequency is not in a position to reproduce. What is that? And then if money is everything, if your big house is everything, why what does that feel where you not happy? Where you could just, oh, I ain't gotta deal with this. You go fuck another nigga. You go fuck another woman. What is wrong with you motherfuckers? What is that then? But you got everything. You are still in a cesspool of nothing. Oh, you're still full of shit. You got that's why you got the same people regurgitating the same shit. Then you stay into black books or whatever, staying in white, whatever the case may be. What you're not doing is having a broader view of nothing, a world view of nothing, let alone your own worldview of nothing. Whatever worldview you think is world is the world that was given to your ass. You didn't recreate no world. You ain't create shit. You literally carrying the same program over and over, just like into the physical realm. Like you got brands that's a part of technology, and you don't understand that the brands is a program that carry a program. The brand is its own program. If I'm lying, then why each brands that are different brands carry different programs or different brands, but they have the same program. So you got Apple, all of this, but they got the same program dealing with technology. That's why a brand will have to be a program itself. The brand itself is a fucking program that's running a whole nother program that's trapping your ass. So yeah, and looking at some notes right quick, because it's most definitely a timeout for this content creation shit. This is also why in class, like, come on, StreamYard, using StreamYards, whatever the hell. I've been using StreamYard. But when I'm doing a lecture on YouTube, I'm not trying to be in the commits. I'm not, it ain't nobody in competition with me. Y'all want to watch cartoons and movies. Then pay for the shit on Patreon. Do a workshop, whatever, then you will see that. Other than that, this is straight teaching. This is for the people that want to reach out, get to the other thing that's actually doing individual work. Other than that, y'all motherfuckers ain't no shit. I don't need no fucking cheerleaders. I don't need no teammates. I love women. I don't need no pussy. I don't need nobody vouching for me. I don't need that shit. Just because you a motherfucker don't want or need that shit don't mean I'm hiding shit and without something. Is you people crazy as shit? So I hope that even just looking at this, you can rewind and listen to some shit. That's why also every time I'm on here, I also try my best to give you a book if I remember, and give you some form of a ritual to actually do some damn work. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't need no cheerleaders and people just whatever not doing the damn work. This is what you in right now. And now they got a new Davidite government agent. So before these niggas get done debating, creating their communities, having all this shit to have for y'all to join, and they're telling y'all gonna get paid, joining cryptocurrencies, all this shit that's not gonna go nowhere. Y'all gonna have to come back to my black ass. You're gonna have to come back to this true teacher of true occultism. Not, I don't want nobody coming. You're gonna have to come and do this work. That's what the fuck I'm saying. Individually. You're gonna have to get a tailored assistance for you. You ain't gonna be able to be a part of the collective and get you. I feel sorry for people, even with me saying that and saying that. If you make it to 25 to 30 years, that's what you're doing. You putting a 25 to 30 year spiritual mortgage on your fucking self. That's all you doing. So you willing to pay a mortgage 25 to 30 years instead of already having spiritual sovereignty. Y'all don't want spiritual sovereignty, bro. Y'all don't. Even what you think sovereignty is on the physical is a fucking European centric view. It's no, and the true sovereignty is private living, which is tailored to an individual. So all y'all falling for the shit. Government agents. So all that's gonna happen is the better government agents. Y'all even giving motherfuckers time by not showing a real motherfucker like me love onto another A teacher that's going to be so good programming like Obama, y'all asking for the best robots to come and give you the way up out this motherfucker. That's what you asking for. And don't even realize that's what y'all doing. Y'all asking for whatever, all this lust and shit, you can damn near see the bullshit. You asking for the same outcome and to never do the work. Okay, what else? What time? Okay. So shit. Let me see if I need to clear something else up and we can get the heck on up out of here. I will be back on later on today. Well, we ain't gotta you are there, but keep in contact, like, share, subscribe, whatever the hell that is. But make sure, fuck all of that. Make sure that you doing the work and you tapping in and you finding out how you can get up with me. You get what I'm saying? Saying something. This I would love for this to be utilized as um, a form of data that you could utilize for yourself and tailor your own shit. You get what I'm saying? Allow the frequency to tailor itself to you and for you to break out of this matrix. I love for that to happen. And this is also why you see the spirituality pushing these fake conscious and fake spiritual people out. That's what's happening. The true spirituality is pushing people out. That's why all you have, all these content creators, y'all motherfuckers need to go and make movies. That's all you need to do. Get the fuck out of the teaching lane and go and make movies, TV shows. Y'all doing all this work, editing intros, editing all this shit. Won't y'all just make movies? Stop saying you fucking teachers. Y'all not teaching shit. All love. I'm up out of here. King La Dene, Occult, Fanatic Occult, Cash App, dollar sign Financial Fanatic, consultations, donations. Also, you can reach out Financial Fanatic Consortium at gmail.com. All love, y'all. Peace out.